Hi, I'm Rachel Davey, Executive Director of the Haven.
And I'm Kathy McNally, Chair of Haven Foundation Board. You told us you loved the video annual report, so here's the second one.
And we're going to share the highlights of our year 2015 at the Haven with you. We hope you enjoy it.
Hi, my name's Morag, and I'm the Manager of Programs and Registration here at the Haven. And here's a few highlights from 2015. As usual, we had our wonderful group of Kids in the Spotlight come this summer. We also had a group of teens come for Teens Alive. We had a group come from China to do a 25-day phase one, and there was 24 participants, so that was a really nice sized group.
Personal highlights for this year have been, well, a couple of things really. One is the Living Alive Phase 1 that I'm actually leading right now with Kathy McNally. We're coming to the end, we're in the last few days, and it's just been a great experience.
It's a transformational experience, and I would recommend it to anyone.
It's actually hard to overstate how much I've gotten out of being here.
It was an amazing experience on various levels.
It was the most love I think I've ever felt.
It's one of the richest experiences of my life.
It's amazing, but I can't tell you anything about what's going to happen there because that's part of the fun.
This year was just very exciting for me because I had the opportunity to work with people from China doing a creative phase, and they are so playful and wonderful and willing to just jump right in.
The one thing that really stands out for me is the Thunderbird dorm. We renovated it into 3 pods, as we call them, and the building is basically able to sleep 20 people. The highlights of these specific dorms are that they have their own bathrooms and they have their own heat control and air conditioning.
It's just really nice to see that we have another more economical option to offer participants. And the Come Alive and Phase programs, people are really taking advantage of it, which is great to see.
2015 has been a significant year for the Haven's Facilities Master Plan, and the Master Plan is a blueprint of how the Haven is going to manage its buildings and open space into the future and bring the facilities and buildings here up to the high quality standards that people experience in our programs from our faculty. So as you can see, we printed the Facilities Master Plan here. We have some printed copies available for people to see. And we had an addition to the Master Plan this year, which is the Landscape Management Plan. And this is about the open space, the land, the trees, the vegetation, the wildlife. So is a really important component of what we're doing. So there's lots happening, and we are delighted that at each step we take with the Facilities Master Plan, our donors are stepping forward and helping us move things along quickly, more quickly than we could do on our own. So I want to say thank you to them and welcome to the future of the Haven.
In 2015, 1,184 people attended programs at the Haven. 309 people attended Come Alive. 64 people participated in Living Alive Phases 1 and 2. 54 people took part in the Couples Alive programs. 108 people came to the Haven Toolkits. 82 people were registered in the intern training program. 13 people completed their certificates. 2 people graduated and received diplomas. 178 children and teens attended Kids in the Spotlight. 36 teens attended Teens Alive. There were 52 youth interns. 7 young people received their Youth Leadership Volunteer Certificates. 2 youth interns received their Youth Leadership Diplomas.
My name is Jane Olenek. I'm the Director of Intern Training here, as well as being one of the faculty members. Our Haven training program is going really strong, actually. We've got 93 people in it currently, and that number has stayed pretty consistent over the last easily 15 years, so we're doing well. We had 5 people graduate from our certificate program this year, and many of those went into the graduate program and had 2 graduates from the Haven Counseling and Haven Group Facilitation diplomas, and those were Jan Pullinger and Louisa Muir. So the program is going strong and will do well into 2016.
We held 3 toolkits this year, Vancouver, Victoria, and Duncan. And the toolkits are still a really great way to introduce new people to the Haven. And we're always happy to hear if anybody is interested in having a toolkit in their area. We're looking to go wherever there's interest.
Hi there, my name is Elfie Shaw, Elfie Dillon Shaw, some of you know me as. I'm one of the bodywork team here at the Haven, and I also teach and facilitate workshops on sexuality. We launched Sexual Intelligence for Body, Mind, and Heart this year in October, and it is a new core program for the Haven that I had a chance to develop and will co-lead eventually with a bunch of other people, I hope. The launch of the program was very successful. We had fun, and there was also some deep and profound learning for myself and for all the participants as I hear through the feedback we got. Another thing that it's hard to think of as a highlight because it's always happening, and it's our core business, but the Come Alive and Phase programs, they happen all, regularly all the way through the year, but it really is a highlight to see people come through. They're nervous when they get here, and then when they leave, you can really see the change, and you can see the connection that they've made with themselves and the other people in their program, and that's still a highlight every time. And we had some really great consistent numbers in Come Alive this year, and a lot more young people attending, which was wonderful to see as well. So I hope that trend carries on into 2016.
Well, I'm Susan Clark, and I'm here to talk to you about what's been happening with the ESG, which is the Education Steering Group. We get together 4 times a year, as well as have monthly calls on Skype. And some of the things that we've been up to, our focus this year, our thematic goal has been weeding and seeding and revitalizing the core. And basically the things that we focused on were, introducing some new core programming this year. And 2 things that were kind of highlights of that was the Living It program, which was started off was going to be the phase 1 integrated phase, a blended online program. Ended up being a different effort to get to that. We ended up doing a lot of different online projects, webinars, various things, and it takes time to kind of get that moving. And it ended up coming together in a new program called Living It, which is shorter, and people engaged in it. It was quite exciting. The first one, Toby Macklin and I did. We also brought in a number of different webinars that are going to be ongoing with Haven next year to keep that online learning alive. The other exciting core program we added was Sexual Intelligence. It had a great first running success, and I believe it's on the schedule next year 2 or 3 times. The other piece that was a big piece of this revitalization project was we created what we're calling right now the Core Plus, a small group of faculty and assistants with a specific focus on supporting the Haven core programs, both internally but also externally, reaching beyond. And the core programs are really Come Alive, Couples Alive, and the Phase Leaders and Assistants. And that's where this Core Plus was drawn from, people who expressed an interest. And this group has been tasked with putting together their own plan for next year to really ensure that the Haven core programs continue to thrive. We want people who are on the faculty to also feel like they can invest their time and get some investment back for the time that they've put in. So this is something new that we thought was pretty important to making sure that the faculty stayed alive and thriving, as well as the programs. The Core Plus members starting for this year are Linda Nichols, Toby Macklin, Kathy McNally, Elfie Dillon Shaw, Jane Alnick will be joining in her role as Director of Intern, myself, and Jennifer Hilton. So it's an exciting group, and we're looking forward to telling you more as we go into the new year. Our previous year, we were doing a lot with Soulful Brand and working on the branding messages, and it's really neat to see that coming alive now in the materials, the printed materials, and what will soon be the website that's going to be launched here at the beginning of the year. And beginning to see, even in the Living It program, people really bought into the self-responsible relational living and talked about it and energized it.
One other thing that stands out for me this past year is we had very much had a water shortage here on Gabriola as well as on Vancouver Island. And it was really wonderful to see people really pulling together, coming up with ideas on how to save water, both the staff and the participants, and really pitching in to make the best of the situation.
I'm excited to say that we have a new RMT, whom I will be sharing the RMT, Registered Massage Therapist position with, Angela Henderson. Also, we offer Jin Jin Do. Marty has been here for a long time, Marty Robinson, acupressure. That's what she does. We offer yoga therapy and maybe even Thai massage with Kelly Price. We continue to benefit from the presence of Suzanne, our reflexologist, who does visionary reflexology, and Gary Kikoa Dillon does a Lomi Lomi temple style Hawaiian bodywork. And him and I, myself, we join forces once in a while in four-handed Lomi Lomi massage.
I'm thrilled to be here speaking on behalf of Haven Foundation Board. I'm delighted to say that we are solidly operating as a unit. And what we've really been exploring this year is the whole idea of outreach. We want to know the perspectives through the eyes of key stakeholders, and we're deeply exploring the nuances of diversity and all that that might mean. We've had some absolutely remarkable conversations, and there's a lot of excitement stirring as we work with Rachel, which we find a deep pleasure, into building and guiding the direction of the organization into the future. If you have anything you'd like to offer us, we'd be delighted to receive it.
Just I'll finish on my personal appreciation for the registration team, people that we have here, and they just go the extra mile to help make the participants' experience through registration right through to when they get here and arrive and welcoming them. And they just want to make everything go as smooth as possible for people. So I appreciate their help in doing that and their dedication to that.
I'm Louisa Muir, and I do fundraising and financial aid here at the Haven. My heart feels full thinking of each one of you who've given throughout this year in order to be able to help other people get here. This year at the Haven, this last 2015, 90 adults and children got help to be able to come to Haven programs that otherwise would have had financial barriers. And so I wanted to say thank you especially to Haven's board and some of their special friends for coming up with a matching fund of $25,000 in December. So a particular shout out to all the DIPSI graduates last year who, the past, present and future ones, who honored the diploma program. Between us, we came up with $7,000. And monthly donors, thank you monthly donors, you dear, enduring and endearing friends who contribute $30,000 over the course of the year towards financial aid. This year as well, Anne Hale gave us a gift of stocks through Canada Helps to help with our facilities master plan. Thank you, Anne. It's great to have your support for our vision of renewal. We're moving ahead on our front door project with a more open entrance to the property, and we're getting a new hydro shed, we're getting a new parking lot, we're getting a new entrance to the Phoenix Auditorium, we're getting a new 100,000-gallon cistern, and eventually a new lodge. Thanks also to the Kelly pools. We're going to be doing some reforestations with plants that are adaptable to climate change conditions, and we're going to be working on some erosion on the banks of the water down there. One of our really big stories this year is Gwen Ewan's bequest came through. She made a legacy gift of more than $500,000 via the Victoria Foundation, and they'll be dispersing the Ewan Fund annually. And it looks like it's going to be around $20,000 a year forever. Gwen's generosity, I feel a little tender here, Gwen's generosity as a teacher, as a mentor, and as a friend to so many of us always shone through when she was here. And I love it that she's going to be shining on all the way through Haven's work forever. Warm wishes to one and all for the holiday season and throughout 2016. I hope that your year is filled with joy and connection and adventure and ease and lots of what you like. I'd love to hear from you, so call me. And thanks so much for being part of the Haven community.
Thank you for watching our video annual report for 2015.
And we wish you all the best in 2016 and hope to see you here.